I was on call as the duty commander for the whole city of Pittsburgh. I pulled over right here. I remember getting on the police radio, and the first question I asked, a question we always ask when we get a call that sounds unbelievable, and I asked the dispatcher, I said, how many calls do you have into the 911 center on this? And I'll never forget the response back over the radio was the center, the 911 center is flooded with calls on this.
315, hold a perimeter. We're under fire. We're under fire. He's got an automatic weapon. He's firing out of the front of the synagogue. Every available unit in the city needs to get here now. All units hold a perimeter. We're taking on AK-47 fire from out the front of the synagogue. So we are pinned down by gunfire. He's firing out of the front of the building with an automatic weapon.
Squirrel Hill was my neighborhood growing up. So we all went to Tree of Life for Sunday school, Hebrew school. We were all bar mitzvahed there. It was really like a gathering place for all of our friends and family. I just remember a million thoughts running through my mind, keenly aware that my grandfather attends this synagogue pretty much every morning for morning services and breakfast with his friends.
Come up Murray Avenue and then take a right. We're staging right there. We can't get any closer. We're under fire.
First of all, I could tell in his voice that he didn't know that my father was in there or not at that point. That was just right at the beginning. It was before he even had time to make calls. If you have a child who's a police officer, you worry all the time anyhow. When I heard that, I thought, he probably wanted to go in there at that time and rescue his grandfather.
I used to go every day, except the one day I didn't go. I didn't feel good. I didn't go that day, and that's the day that guy went in and shot everybody up. 11 friends, never forget them. 11 of my best friends, just like that, in one day. It's like if you lose 11 of your friends in one day, it's terrible. It's terrible. Here's this one was shot here, another one over here. Never see them again. For what? I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have a Jewish religion right now. I look forward to going to the synagogue. It's like, I look forward every morning. If I don't go, I feel terrible. When somebody calls me up and says, I'll pick you up today to take you, it's like a new day.
His mother died when he was 8, and his older sister raised him. And when she died, which was probably maybe like around 99, he started going to Minyan every day and never stopped. They sort of enveloped him. I think a lot of people start going to Minyan when they lose someone. I mean, people look up to him, you know, because he's had plenty of loss in his life, and he just gets up. And when my mother died, I thought, this is going to be it. He's not going to get past this, and here he is. People love my dad. And the person you see now at 100, he's always been like that. Always kind and generous and funny. He's just got a wonderful sense of humor, and he's very beloved. I had a very traditional upbringing. I was very calm and safe and protected, and especially growing up in Squirrel Hill. It was a very unique place to grow up. Being Jewish, it was sort of the center of the Jewish universe. It's so hard to wrap your head around something when you're watching, you know, Anderson Cooper standing on the street corner in front of your synagogue, and you think, well, I'm not there, this isn't real. I mean, at first you're just so detached because you can't accept it. You just can't accept that this was happening.
We want to take a few moments to focus on those who really matter. Joyce Feinberg was a former researcher at the University of Pittsburgh who treated her PhD students like family, we're told. Those who knew her say she had a huge personality that lit up the room.
Joyce picked me up. I didn't have a car. She picked me up every day to take me to temple. Every day. I sat here, and she sat over the aisle, back about 2 rows, every day. I just imagine her sitting there right now.
What do you miss most about her?
Her camaraderie, just being there. When I saw her being lowered into the grave, I just fell apart.
I think it's right in here, if I remember correctly. I think we had to walk across here.
Yeah.
Feinberg, there she is, exactly. All right.
There, Joyce.
Okay, can you go further?
I have to get a stone.
I have a stone.
I know. Hear that? If you could come out of that grave, stand here, I would give you the biggest kiss you've ever had in your life. You've been so good to me. Died too early. Too early. She didn't deserve to die like that. She should have deserved to die a natural death. A woman of valor, righteous and devoted.
Every service, every rabbi says the names. And, you know, for those of us who knew some of these people, you know, we see faces in our minds. Until you come out here and you see the stone and you see Joyce Feinberg and you see the date of October 27th, it just makes it real. Aside from what it did to people like my dad and obviously the victims' families, it rocked the soul of this community because this is still one of the largest Jewish communities outside of New York in the country. I mean, it breaks my heart because, you know, you live 100 years, you live through World War and, you know, loss of a wife, and to have this be your last strong memory in your life is just, you know, incomprehensible. My story could have ended so badly because I had a father and a son who could have been in there.
How are you? How's your day been so far?
So I'm very fortunate and very, very, very thankful. But it is a sort of a strange scenario how that played out that day. You try not to dwell on what could have been, but it comes to my mind more often than not. It could have ended very differently for my family. And I ache for those who weren't so fortunate.